Hi everyone, Soulrise here. I thought I'd do a guide on the skill tree optimizers that you can find for Tap Titans 2. There's several ones out there. If you just Google Tap Titans 2 Compendium, you will see lots of guides, build guides and optimizers. So if you click on optimizers, you get this. There are several ones done by amazing people: Taco, Parrot, MMLH, Cookie, Braveheart, Lucifer, loads of amazing talented people. And the one I'm concentrating today is Parrot6. His skill tree and optimizers is quite popular at the moment. It's one of the most used. The latest one out is version 3.1. Before we begin, I just want to say thanks for Parrot for all his effort and time for building these optimizing guides, and for all you guys. Without them, it's just absolutely amazing. I will put a link to the optimizer in the description below, and also to his Reddit page, which he updates regularly. And he's also got a PayPal, which if you want to donate to him and give him some support, I'll greatly appreciate it. I'll put that in the link below. And he's also got a YouTube channel, so Killer Parrot6. If you want to subscribe to him and send him some love, that would be fantastic. So when you first click on the optimizer to load up the Excel sheet, so you come to a blank page like this one, you first need to save it so you can edit the file, because this is on view only at the moment. So you can either do that by file, make a copy, or he's made a link which you just click on the right there. So you can make a copy. You can do one of those two things. So you either click on that link or file, make a copy. So as you see, it's view only, but now you can edit this one. It's got loads of different things up here. So we want to start with, you want to edit the top section, all these green bits areas. So as 1.1 says, it says, which skills must you get to your max stage when you decide build? Click all that apply. Well, to be honest, you pretty much use all your skills, all your active skills to reach max stage. So I'll just leave them all ticked. And when it says gold type, there's those different ones. There's pet, Heart of Midas, Chesterton, Fairy, all gold, or boss gold. And to see which one is your main gold source, there's several ways. You can look at your stats or your equipment. For example, if you go to your hero tabs, yes, if you go to your stats, you can just look at your gold source, so gold multipliers, and just see which one is the highest. So at the moment, I've got my Fairy Gold, but my Fairy Gold is basically my highest. So once you look at your gold multipliers there, you can also check other things. For example, if you look at your secondary stats, so if you look at your equipment, the best equipment that you use, you can look at to see which is your secondary bonuses. Mine's in Fairy and Midas, and also in Chesterton, so that's where those are quite high, and which artifacts you have. So if you have, for example, so look, gold source in, you can check your artifacts, and if you've got an artifact for, say, Great Fairy Medallion, which boosts to Fairy, I know that my gold source in Fairy will likely be higher. So you just click on which is your main gold source. Mine is Fairy, and choose which build you want. So ship build, hero build, tap, pet, shadow clone, heavenly strike. Again, if you're not sure which build you have, you can check your equipment. And this screen here, my main damage source at the moment is pet damage, and that's because my equipment is selected on pets. So if I change it to clan ship, that will change to highest damage being clan ship. And to figure out which one is your main damage source, again, click on your stats and then look at which one is creating the most damage. And also you can just try out, so again here, the amount of splash damage you get, and the damage for each one, total pet levels and everything. So just check your stat screen to look at which one's causing the most damage per second, and then pick the best one which is producing the most damage. Also I'll put a link in the description above with different types of builds that you can choose. So just try various amount of different builds to see which one suits you the best. At the moment, I know my pet one is the best damage I prefer, so I chose pet. So the next one, do you want to update your passives? So this is your passive skill levels. So you go to the Swordmaster tab and go down to your passive skills. So you start filling this in. So mystic level is level 20. So you just want to fill in all the green bits with what you've currently got, and then your max stage your max stage level as well. So max stage is 50,079. And then you want to update this information. Again, you go to your hero tabs and your stats screen, and it will be under probabilities. So your critical strike, just in chance 4409, multiple spawn chance 3786, and master sword is an artifact, and it says if you've obtained it or not. So you just go to your artifact list. If you already know you've got it, keep it obtained. If not, right at the bottom is one of the max level 40 artifacts. So it should be there you go, master sword. So you have got it, keep it obtained. And this is your anniversary platinum multiplier. So you go to your equipment, crafting, and it's a legendary item. So it would be anniversary platinum, and then it's the splash skip. So mine's times 1.109, so that's 1.108. So just a slight adjustment. These ones are just, if you don't, I'll leave them like it is. It's just if you want tips, ignore. If you don't, it just basically doesn't highlight these red. And if you want quick time events, and if you've got not sufficient skill points, ignore that. So I'll just leave them, to be honest. And then you want to type in your starting skill points, so how many skill points you have. Now what I do is I've reset my skill tree because I want to be filling this in as I fill this in, so I know I've got the right ones. So my skill points is 1637. 1637. And I will start, this has already got pre-filled in from a previous build, so I just turn all these to blank because I'm starting from scratch, because I want to see what it recommends me for the best skill points spendage. So I'm just going to reset all these to 0 quickly. So now this bit on this section tells you how many skill points are left, and this is how much skill points you put in. So you can see it's blank blank, and this tree here will tell you the top 5 most recommended skills that you should be putting the points into, with the top one here being the most recommended, and then it goes all the way down the whole list. So you want to be selecting the first one, and this will tell you how much it will cost. Now I tend to update the skill tree at the same time as updating this, only because sometimes it will recommend to open a skill, but you have to open up the previous ones to get access to it. So I'll go through and I'll show you what I mean. So skill point, I'll put is 1 skill point into that one, then it will say pet evolution. There you go, pet evolution 1. Now I've put that skill point as 1, and it's still fine. The reason it's turned red because it says 2 skill points required. So it basically means you need 2 skill points in this to unlock that, and then you need 16 skill points in that to unlock this, and vice versa. So that's why I would say recommend to maybe fill this in at the same time, but just to make sure you don't miss any, because you don't want to have this like level 20 and then you run out of skill points and realize you've been updated, you haven't been updating this, and you've run out of skill points. So then you've got to backtrack on yourself. So it's just good to just do them both at the same time as you go, and you update 1 skill at a time, and that's just how much it costs it will be. So that's not saying you got to update that 3 levels. It says you got to update that once, but it costs you 3 skill points. So you just do that until you pretty much run out of skill points. I'm just going to edit the next bit just because it'd be pretty boring for me filling in. So now when you get near the end, it says flash ships is the next recommended one, but it costs 78 skill points. I've only got 33. So at this point, if you don't have enough, you can either wait till you save enough to get the most recommended one, or you can just go fill in the ones below. So you can go, the next best one would be cleave and strike, which is what I'm going for, which is 17. So you see it still keep recommending flash ship as the next best one because it's got the best sufficiency level, so that's still appearing, so you can still fill these in, but I would recommend to save up for the top one at all times. So when you got this matching, so you check your skill tree matches this. It has a screenshot here, so you can compare there if you do wish, and also you can save the build by clicking selected builds, which is the bottom right here, and load and save. So you can either select a pre-existing build, which are these, and if you do that, it would update all this, and this is in my build section, so you can see all the pre-builds in there. Or if you click on save, so you put your file name, so just edit this to what you want. So I'll put like Soulrise, for example. Soulrise. Click on that. It should run. So if you click on this section, it should run it, and it should. There you go. So you just need to authorize it, and it'll auto fill it in, and that will save your build and that will save your build for next time. So you've got a copy of it. Make sure you save this copy of the optimizer, and then next time you can just load your build. So it's my build, and it auto load it in. So if I choose a different one, so click on load my build, and you see, look, it's changing all the inputs and outputs to which one it should be. But because you got it saved, just click load my builds, load which one you want, and it will load it back. There we go. So just recommend to save it and then save the spreadsheet on your desktop or on the online just before you move on to the next bit. So artifact optimizer, all you need to do is first on this section here is pick which damage output, so this is a pet tab, and then go to all these types. It's fairy gold if you're online, offline, hero types if it's which is your main source of melee, ranged or damage. And again, to find out which one, just go to your stats and just check on your stat screen on this section here to see which one has the main damage outputs, and just fill it accordingly. And for total card levels, you need to go to your profile, so that's the sword hero tab, go to profile and go to raid stats, and it's your total card level. So it's total card level is 89. And then lastly, change your settings. So you haven't done already, I always recommend to change your information to scientific notation, and then select which source that you want to read it in. So I'm in E20, and then go to your artifact tabs. I actually got E21, so it's E21. Okay, and I'll give you a tip there of how much in what symbol number you need to be filling it in. So that'd be 100.1, 000.1, and that. So this one I just type in, so books strategy, start from top, just start typing all these in. Once it's all filled in, it will then highlight the top 6 recommended artifacts you should be leveling next. So I'm just going to skip through and fill it in, but that's it. That's basically the artifact optimizer. You just fill in all the information you currently got in there, and just remember to update it after you've done a few runs to make sure it's sufficient, so it's kept update. And this section, and it's an easier one, if you haven't got these all maxed, just go to standard input and fill them in. If you have, then go to auto level set at maxed, and that will save time to fill all those in. And then the last tab is equipment compare. So this is going from tab, so sword, helmet, chest, aura and slash. So you got to make sure that the top section is filled in first, so your pet damage, your gold source, and this section here. So you basically get this information for your stats panel, but you must make sure everything's unequipped first. Yeah, so once you filled up this section, you then go to your equipment. So your first one's sword. I've got all damage, so I'm going to choose all damage, and these are the secondary bonuses you're filling up. So I got war cry at 79.4, fire sword at 79.4, and hit heavily strike 109. And these sections you can just paste, because most of the time these, just make sure these are the same here. Just make sure these, you can copy these down, because if you're only doing one equipment change to say you want to see, oh, which one's more damage between these ones, or which one's more damage between that one, once you fill these in, you can just pretty much copy these sections down and just change to one section that you want to be comparing. That'll probably be the easiest chance. And once you've got that all filled in, it will do a bottom value there. It will tell you how much this one compared to that one is times stronger. That's how you use the equipment builds. So I hope this video has helped in how to use this Parrot's amazing optimizer build. So we've gone through how to use these skill point bonus optimizer, the artifact optimizer, and equipment compare. So they're very straightforward. Basically follow the instructions. If you've got any questions, leave a comment below and drop by Discord, and there's a lot of people there very friendly to help out with any questions about Tap Titans 2. I will be looking to upload more Tap Titan videos once a week, and I'll be streaming on Twitch every Sunday at 9 GMT time if you want to drop by and say hi. So again, big thanks to Parrot for his effort in building these optimizers and for helping the community, and I hope this has helped. If it has, subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.